Moving on to book giveaway. Gary has a book and he's going to read a quote. Book is Don't Waste Your Life.
Don't Waste Your Life by John Piper. Some of you will have heard of it or heard of his sermon about that. And
Collecting seashells.
Yeah, I'm going to read it.
Okay, go. I got a funny story after that about it.
Okay. A tragedy in the making. This is a bit of a read, so forgive me. If this, you can fast forward this if you want. You may not be sure that you want to make your life to make a difference. Maybe you don't care very much whether you make a lasting difference for the sake of something great. You just want people to like you. If people would just like being around you, you'd be satisfied. Or if you could just have a good job with a good wife or a husband and a couple good kids and a nice car and long weekends and a few good friends and a fun retirement and a quick and easy death and no hell, if you could have all that, even without God, you would be satisfied. That is a tragedy in the making, a wasted life. These lives and deaths were no tragedy. In April 2000, Ruby Ellison and Laura Edwards were killed in Cameroon, West Africa. Ruby was over 80. Single all her life, she poured it out for one great thing, to make Jesus Christ known among the unreached, the poor, and the sick. Laura was a widow, a medical doctor, pushing 80 years old and serving at Ruby's side in Cameroon. The brakes failed, the car went over a cliff, and they were both killed instantly. I asked my congregation, was that a tragedy? 2 lives driven by one great passion, namely to be spent in unheralded service to the perishing poor for the glory of Jesus Christ, even 2 decades after most of their American counterparts had retired to throw away their lives on trifles. No, that is not a tragedy. That is a glory. These lives were not wasted, and those lives were not lost. Whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. Mark 8:35. Goes on to say an American tragedy. How not to finish your one life. I will tell you what a tragedy is. I will show you how to waste your life. Consider a story from the February 1998 edition of the Reader's Digest, which tells about a couple who took early retirement from their jobs in the Northeast 5 years ago when he was 59 and she was 51. Now they live in Punta Gorda, Florida, where they cruise on their 30-foot traveler, play softball, and collect shells. At first, when I read it, I thought it might be a joke, a spoof on the American dream. But it wasn't. Tragically, this was the dream. Come to the end of your life, your one and only precious God-given life, and let the last great work of your life before you give an account to your Creator be this: playing softball and collecting shells. Picture them before Christ at the great day of judgment. Look, Lord, see my shells? That is a tragedy, and people today are spending billions of dollars to persuade you to embrace that tragic dream. Over against that, I put my protest. Don't buy it. Don't waste your life. I read this book when I was in Mexico last year with Marie for
Collecting
5
shells.
days. I was not glad. I don't care about shells, but some people do, and that's fine. It's not there's anything wrong with anything. It's just about perspective. It's a very convicting book. It's a great read. He's a great preacher. And it's interesting because even reading that earlier today, I read that quote. And our church, Matt Shantz, had an evangelism night this past last Monday night. And I listened to it yesterday while I was driving, and it was convicting. It was when you know, if you're a believer, if you're a Christian and you know about eternity and you know the future and you know what matters, it's a sad day when you're not telling your closest friends or people or just people that you care about, right? And often I don't. And so it was convicting to me. It was also encouraging. It was encouraging. There was a lot of good teaching in there. But anyways, the book's giveaway. Text Kyle. He won't get it. Well, yeah, he'll get it. He'll be back on his phone when you listen to this. So text Kyle, message Kyle. Whoever messages him first can have the book. Please give it away after you read it. Please read it. And it's a great read.
Yeah. If you don't win, go buy it.
Go buy it. It's a great book. And you can Google the sermon. Now,
it's awesome.
Cheat code. You can Google it. It's a famous sermon.
Yeah.
I still remember where I was standing in my barn when I listened to it, and it was just, Pastor.
Do you feel like you have made changes because of it?
No, because that's not my vision of my life. So I have 1,000 areas where I struggle, but that's not my struggle.
But I that first
when you read your thing there about the daily dad, that's convicting to me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
This is not convicting to me.
Yeah. I do think it is for a lot of people though, like how society is selling that dream, like how you
Or
describe
just retirement. It's
Yeah.
not even biblical. Like find in the Bible where it's like, you know, at a certain age, we're just going to hang up our work belt and we're going to just slow down and just spend our time for ourselves, whatever that looks like.
But even thinking just like, hey, once I get like my beach house and I get my 1 acre property and, you know, all the different things and stuff like that, then I'll somehow feel satisfied or be content. And just,
it's like chasing the wind.
It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is how it's still, even myself, like it's still attractive. It's still, there's still something about it that makes you think that it's going to somehow.
Well, it's really tough because it's really not wrong either. Like to have a beach house is not inherently wrong, right? And so I think and that's where the struggle comes in. The problem is that most people that are trying to get it, maybe not the people that have it, but for sure the people that are trying to get it think it will bring them some level. And that was actually another
affections.
Yeah.
I was talking to a contractor a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying there were some really successful guys. He would go and do his work at their own personal houses and stuff like that. And he goes, almost every single one, the husband and the wife were living sleeping in a different room. It was all the really well-off, successful guys. It was all, living
struggling,
struggling. But they were all the rich, successful guys. And it was just like, it's just fascinating how, when you're, to become successful, generally it's not, it's a lot of hard work and
there's
a lot of time.
Sacrifice.
Exactly.
Usually on the,
rarely,
in my case and my wife's case,
rarely is it done with a lot of balance. And so sometimes you sacrifice things that big things. Okay. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help. If you're interested in doing that, you can create more content and improving the quality of the content. Subscribe to the podcast. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would